We lost the floor.
From diesel or gas pacers to rocket-powered racers, Nomads, GoMads, RV schoolies, they'll turn it, tweak it, tune it, fix it so smoothly. That's why he's badge. Everybody needs one.
This is not a manufacturing defect, believe me. This is not. This is living in an RV 24/7, 365 days a year. It's got nothing to do with the way it was made. Not one thing, so I don't even want to hear about it. So what it does is you get lots of condensation, and we camp, and if you know, you watch where we camp, you know where we camp. We're always in like around the 0 mark, between +5 Celsius and -5 Celsius. That's your moisture problem. Right there, in that area is when you get most of it. And that's when we camp most of the time. So it's got nothing to do with the manufacturer at all. But what happened was that we rolled it in a couple weeks ago and a piece of this black stuff fell off. Now watch this. That's not a good thing. So what we're going to do is to block the slide up, because you can't put the slide in to do it. You have to leave it up. Block this up so that the slide doesn't move, because you have to take the mechanism off, because the bolts go through it and the plywood goes on top of it. So we have to take the mechanism off. So when the mechanism comes off, where's the slide going to go? It's just going to flop around. So we got to block it up so it doesn't move. So if you look under here, I'll show you what the problem is. See? Right here, this board is all rotten all along here, right in this corner. Now this corner, if you remember, we'll show you when we get inside, is there's a table in the corner, and it's like 15 inches by 6, so you can't even see this corner of the slide at all. You can't. So now what this plywood does is sets onto this aluminum frame and underneath this black frame. Okay, this is the mechanism we're taking out here. Now this is the one that makes the slide in and out. So we have to take the bolts off here. Now try not to move this adjustment one, because that's the adjustment for the slide. And what we'll do is we'll mark that so that we know where it was when we took it off. This bar here, this pipe has to come off, this plate or this channel iron. And this V, this angle iron here has to come off. So the aluminum piece stays, the floor comes, this here comes off, and the mechanism. Now after we get the mechanism off, I'll just get Elle to take the mechanism and pull it into the house. Now all it is a piece of 5/8 plywood with this black coating. We're not putting a black coating. It seems that everybody wants to use box liner. So what we're going to do is take that piece out and replace it. What we did was block this up so that the slide doesn't move, take the bed out, which is only a half a dozen bolts, and we'll take the frame out. We're going to take the corner tables out, and then we're going to put in a new frame, and we're not going to put the floor down. I'll show you what we're going to do to the floor. We're not going to put the carpet down, I mean. I'll show you what we're going to do there. So I just want to make sure that you know this is not a manufacturer thing. This is purely taking something and living in it the way it's not designed for. It is not designed for this at all. I don't care what anybody says, it's not. That's what we're doing. So I'll leave that with you, and I'll show you when we pull the floor. Welcome back. Now we got the bed out. The bed is attached, 2 spots here, 2 spots here, and 2 on the wall. That's all that holds the bed in, believe it or not. Now, remember the problem I told you with the floors right here. See the hole in the floor right here? There. Now this was all boxed in here under this table, and you couldn't see it. Like that one. So what we're going to do is cut the table off, the legs, and then we'll be able to see. The carpet's coming out. In a minute I'll take this off and you'll see. This one here, we're going to just cut it off on an angle, cut this one off, and this way, see, you can't see the corner of the wall, so you don't even know if it's wet. You know, you can see the water on here, but it's all silicone, so you would just think that it would stay there, but it didn't. It went right down below. Okay, so what we got is, all you got is a roll of screws along here, and these go right in the frame, so you got to use 1.5 inch screws, right? Now there's none underneath this rubber when it's up inside there. So when you take this mechanism off here in the angle iron, there's nothing holding it there. a roll of screws there, roll of screws there, and poof, Bob's your uncle. Now, if you look at this, this is how it seals. Now, when the floor comes down at an angle, it sits into this lip here, right? That's what seals it up. This is the outside seal. That's all that's in there for a seal. That's it. And this is the stuff that gets you pissed, because that's a gap, right? Now, that was done at the factory, which I don't really like that, but we'll fix that up with some glue and glue that together. And that's basically it right there. And then we'll cut the new piece of board. We'll slip it up inside, and then we'll put the screws in it, and that's basically it. Now, what we're doing with this board is we're putting box liner on it. We're going to wrap the box liner around it so that it's on the inside just a little bit, and then we're going to insulate the whole back where the cubby hole is. Won't have carpet, it'll have box liner. So when you throw stuff in there, it won't wreck it anymore. And so the only carpet that you're going to see is this little bit right here. This 1 foot or so. That's all you're going to see. But where the carpet's cut away there, that will be box liner. So that when it goes up there, it'll seal. What we've done now is we got the plywood cut and we got it put in. Now what I did was I got underneath and held the plywood and held put the slide out, the mechanism to hold it up. So get off there before you fall through, dog. And now what I have to do is put screws along the edge and put all the mechanism back in. And you notice how the floor is spinning? You know, for a bunch of greenhorns though, we did an awesome job, baby. We did an awesome job.
Yeah, we did.
But anyway, so now all we have to do is basically put it back together. We'll put I'll screw down the floor, put in the mechanism, put the bed back in. This is what happens when you get bored. You know, we did the slide. So we got the slide all together. We put some carriage bolts through here to hold it all together. We carriage bolt the bed to the floor because all it had was screws in it and they weren't holding. So we put carriage bolts in it so that it won't move now. And we put skid pads on it so that it doesn't scrape the floor. And then our little darling daughter decided, I knew she would, but she liked it underneath the bed. So what we did was we made him a little dog house under the bed. And yes, they both fit in. It cost us just about maybe 120 bucks with parts for the plywood and screws, and pretty good. We did it in a day, so it wasn't that bad. So anyway, I'll leave you with that, and yeah, it's just one of them things. That's what condensation causes, is that damage. That's what it does.
We all know that Badge helps people every day. Well, today you can help Badge help our veterans. Just visit herosoapcompany.com, place an order, and enter the code BADGE at checkout. You'll get a 15% discount at the same time you'll be helping our vets. So, visit herosoapcompany.com and place your order today.
Badge. Everybody needs one.
And we love our Badge.
And remember, he's not asking.